cry to be performed by the haka by the New Zealand Divisional 15. Respond from the BLK Nadroga. The war cry is being completed. The haka from the New Zealand Heartland side and the BLK Nadroga made up of the police team this afternoon preparing for the Super Bowl here in Lawanga Park. Just quickly looking through the BLK Nadroga side. Timothy Sauvoli at number 1 loose head prop. Then Lingairi runs in at hooker with Samuel Anewa as tight head prop. Samuel Andelana and Ile Saratuba, the locking partners for the afternoon. Sailosi in the way, Sireli Kaludawa in Tuisese Inoke will make up the loose trio. Apenisana Sila making a return to the police side at halfback. Kenny Douglas, fly half, Joseph Atambole and Atuna Isa Turangavu. Ratumeli Kurisaru been moved from the fullback position to outside center. What is Sonny Sevutia is one of the wing. Nadroga's very own Mitieli Nadangilevu at fullback. The touring New Zealand side, Ralph Darling is in number 1. Jax Donald at hooker. Tofa Vicky is the tight head prop. Manning JJs is and Reed Everett making up the locking partner. Peter Rowe is in blindside flanker. Dan Hytounge is open side with Kieran Cole, the captain for the afternoon. They're ready to roll here in Lawanga Park. 40 minutes of rugby between this New Zealand Heartland side. James raised high at that time, knocked backwards but taken easily by Reed. They've reached the 22. The big prop forward, Tofa Vicky goes in. Taken at that time by the BLK Nadroga side. The counter-rack is good, but still with the New Zealand Heartland side, they managed to skewer that ball. The loose trio working well, guided at halfback by Lindsay Crock. And finding touch, the chip kick at that time, and it will be Nadroga BLK to throw into this, with Dan Lingairi to throw into this line out. Lingairi will have Sailosi in the way. The captain for the afternoon is Ilyas Ratuba. Inoke Tuisese, the other option, but who will Lingairi go to? The long throw for Inoke Tuisese. He comes up, lays it back for Junior to meet in Nadangilevu. High in the other safety first for Nadangilevu. He did a fine touch, allowed to bounce from the New Zealand Heartland side, formerly known as the New Zealand Divisional side. It's New Zealand Divisional that will feed into this lineup. Throw it to this lineup. Jackson Donald. Jackson. They're using the wing that time, but equal to the occasion of the police team. They're playing as Nadroga BLK this afternoon. They're preparing for the Sukuna Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Great defense that time. They're moving up as a unit together. They're still retaining the ball. The New Zealand Heartland side, it's on the far end of the ground, waiting for halfback. Lindsay. Again, they keep on throwing that ball around, but the foot was untouched, and another throwing for BLK Nadroga, then Lingairi to throw into this lineup. First one was a long throw. What would be the option now? Lingairi has Ndawai Kalodaba Tuisese. Police playing this afternoon without Etonianamba. They have overthrown that one, the mistake from Lingairi, taken by the Heartland side. Now into winger, Waitokia. He's been taken short of the 22, still there. They're using the big forward, Vicky Tofa that time. And into the ground. New Zealand throwing it around into Masoi, the inside center. Lays it halfback for Lindsay Horrocks. Another big drive that time. They're using the width of the play very well. The joining team in that time, they have the numbers out wide. Sat down by BLK Nadroga. The try has been awarded that time. The try to the fullback that time, coming in Sam Morgan, and Sam scoring the try for the New Zealand divisional side. Nice bit of play, 7 phases altogether in that mover from the New Zealand Heartland side before crossing over. They moved to the left, then they went back to the right. Then the gap opened up, the back line joined it, assisted by the forwards. The try scored their time by the New Zealand Heartland side to take the lead 5 points to nil at this moment. They've been in Nadroga's territory throughout the start of the first half, and they crossed over. They're using the width very well. Something similar. You watch the New Zealand All Blacks play. Most of these players in years to come. The flag do agree. They've now taken the lead. They beat Nandi on Wednesday at Nandi's home ground here in Lawanga Park. Up against the BLK Nadroga side, they're leading 7 points to nil. Kenny Douglas to start off this game. Kenny Douglas, high into the air from Kenny Douglas. Joseph Atambola to Ratuba that time. Referee indicating it will be a scrum. Lost up forward by Elias Ratuba. So a scrum to go down with New Zealand Heartland to feed into the scrum. Scrummaging has been one of New Zealand's biggest weapon in Test rugby. In Super franchise side, they have some of the best scrummaging team. Now, been asked by the referee to go up again. There were a lot of movement before that scrum. Timothy Euvoli up against Vicky Toffa. Lindsay Horrocks to feed into this scrum. James Less. It's there. They're moving it around. Atuturanga view coming in that time to cut his opposite down. Joseph Atambola driving, running backward. Yes, Nadangi level. Long kick too from Michi Nadangi level, finding touch at the halfway. Nice clearing kick from Nadangi level that time. First throw-in for New Zealand. They've won one of Nadroga's throw-in. Jackson Dolan, high up in there, taken nicely by Everett Reed. It's there for them. Still there. They're using the big players nicely. Toffa Vicky. Reed Everett. It's still there. Referee Zen is out. Advantage for the New Zealand Heartland side. Not rolling away. Timothy Euvoli been penalized. They're not rolling away. So what would be the decision from captain? Kieran Cole. They're going for the upright. They need points in this early stage of the game. So they're leading at the moment 7 points to nil. So they've indicated that they'll go for the upright. His first kick for the afternoon went over. James Lass. This is the second. A penalty. Elias Aratuba asking question. But Timothy Auvoli was penalized for not rolling over. He moves the flag agreed. So they up by now 10 points to nil. New Zealand Heartland over BLK Nadroga. Question being asked by this New Zealand Heartland side on this BLK Nadroga side this afternoon, made up of the police boys that are preparing for the scooter. Most of them from Nadroga, others from Suva and Naitasiri. They're making up this side. It's there for them. The set piece has been their weapon this afternoon. First possession for the police in Sukuna team. BLK Nadroga side now. Elias Aratuva has been driven backward. It's there, secure. Referee said they lost that ball forward. They've lost that ball forward, so a scrum to go down. The second for the match. New Zealand Heartland leading 10 points to nil. They feed into this scrum. They're leading by 10 points to nil. It's halfback Lindsay rather. It's there at the back. Kieran Cole, the captain. The kicking game has been one of their strength. The chase is there for Micheli Nadhangilevu. The gap opens up for Nadhangilevu. Protected up by the police side. Nice offload that time from Poli. BLK Nadroga. To Sese, they have back Douglas. The short pass that time. They're using the players very well. The BLK Nadroga side. It's there for volley. Then Lingairi comes in as halfback. Nadhangilevu. He goes his own at the time. The tackle was on. The tackle was early that time, but the referee was close to the action. He did allow it to play. The advantage should have been played, but it will now go down to a scrum. That scrum for the afternoon. It has all been New Zealand Heartland that's leading at the moment. BLK Nadroga showing some signs of why they're playing this divisional side from New Zealand. They feed into the scrum, it's there. The ball. Joseph Atambola kicking, going for the chase, kick forward by Kenny Douglas to Rangaview. Ratumeli Kurisaru, big hit that time from Kurisaru. Heartland coming back into this, they have the numbers, will they go for the numbers? Taken forward at that time from Nadroga to Sese. They're moving forward, they're moving as a unit to Douglas. Using Kurisaru well that time. But should not have flowed, should not have kept that ball together. Long kick. Seems to have lost that ball forward. Sevutia Wajisoni, the bounce not kind for him. He has lost that ball forward. So a scrum to go down with the New Zealand Heartland to feed into this scrum. Lost forward by Sevutia. And the Heartland side to feed into this scrum. Scrum to go down, New Zealand Heartland to feed into this scrum. Lindsay Hawks, the halfback, has been doing well this afternoon, running this New Zealand Heartland side. It's a side that's made up of players that are already featuring in provincial rugby in New Zealand. So any New Zealand team could tackle that time from Atuturangai view. Good tackle, a rugby league converter. It's there for Apenisa Douglas. Infield pass. Josepha Tambola into Kenny Douglas. The pass. Apenisa. It's there for Turangai View. Ratuba coming back. Kurisaru. Try to dummy his way through Kurisaru. It's still there. Douglas coming in. Apenis. First BLK sign and Ronga sign. They've managed to turn that over inside their own try line. It's with the New Zealand Heartland side. Mitina Dangilevu, he will have to counter from here. Dangilevu. It's there for Josepha Tambole. Douglas. It's there for Apenisa and Sila. Atuturangai View coming in. Melikurisaru cutting through that time. Traditional Ratumeli scoring Nanronga's try that time. Nanronga also scoring to the score sheet. They throw it from the left, they throw it to the right, the gap open up, and it was Ratumeli Kurisaru that crossed over for that try. So, first try that time, Kenny Douglas raises the flag. It's 10 points to 7 at the moment. Heartland, New Zealand's 15th side that is here in the country. They play 2 games. They beat Nandi on Wednesday, up against BLK Nanronga today. BLK Nanronga have the pleasure of the police side that is preparing for the Sukuna Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Majority of these players in this BLK Nanronga side will be in that police side when they'll defend the Sukuna Bowl in 2 weeks' time. So they have been preparing well, they've been training well. High kick from New Zealand. Taken nicely by Chone Ndelana. The Super 15s rugby lock forward, playing for BLK Nadroga. Kenny, long one, driving kick from Kenny Douglas that time. It's there, a replying kick. Savoli is down injured also. Manning JJs. Apa ni sana sila-sila Douglas. Kick forward at that time. The police defense quick into the action. They've pushed New Zealand divisional side back, the New Zealand Heartland side backwards. So it's a scrum feed. First scrum feeder for police. This BLK Nadroga side. Tester for Dan Lingairi, Samuel Anawa and Timothy Savoli. This is the tester for them. Apenisana Sila. He's played his rugby. They're working the New Zealand Heartland side back. They're working the New Zealand Heartland side. Strong scrum that time from Saubolin, Lingairi and Newa. Apenisana Sila. Now based in Suva, based for Lautoka for quite a while. Played for Lautoka, had played for Suva in the provincial rugby. This afternoon wearing the BLK Nadroga jumper. Sila. Number 8 is Inoke Tuisese, the open side flanker is Ireli Kalodava. Silos in the Y is in number 6. New Zealand Heartland 10 that one over. Navangilevu going backward. Mbole. New Zealand side have the numbers, but Douglas pick it up and went by himself. Tuisese. Mistake came from Sila that time. It's with the Heartland. Sila made the mistake that time. The captain leading by example, taking it forward. The referee said that they lost that ball forward and trying to turn it over. Kalodava lost it forward, so it would be a police feed. They back to the scrum. New Zealand to feed into this scrum. The New Zealand Heartland side up against BLK Nadroga here in Lawanga Park. BLK Nadroga, of course, this afternoon is made up of the police side. In 2 weeks' time, they will be playing at the ANZ Stadium, defending the Sukuna Bowl up against the boys from Delinambua, the Army side. They using the different receiver. Defense coming in, trying to shut them down. They've reached the Nadroga 10-meter. Another defensive effort from the BLK side, still there with New Zealand Heartland. Then Hytounge, the open side flanker. They lost it backward. Referee says that it came forward for New Zealand. So it's Scrum to go down and BLK Nadroga to fit into the Scrum. So a yellow card. It has been shown the yellow card. A yellow card to the BLK Nadroga side. Tackle indicated by the referee, dangerous tackle. Number 8. And that is Inoke Tuisese has been shown the yellow card. Police, BLK Nadroga playing with the 14 players. Heartland, New Zealand Heartland side through into this lineup. They are meeting Nadroga, the provincial champion side here in Fiji, this afternoon, made up of other provincial players from Suba, Naitasiri, and also they're forming a mall. It's been turned over that time, the kick ahead, the chase is good enough. The bounce that time favoring up. The bounce that time has been taken down. New Zealand side, the turnover is good. The turnover was good. They came back in numbers. It was kick ahead by Sireli Kaludaba. The bouncer favored him. But the supporting players were not quick enough that time. Penalty. They're finding touch inside their own half, New Zealand Heartland side. Another long throw in, they're using their line out well. Good defense at that time. Kenny Douglas. Atuturangai view. The captain himself, Kieran Cole. Lost forward at that time from New Zealand Heartland. They complaining to the referee, but referee standing his ground, saying that this will be a scrum feed to BLK Nadroga. Police with 14 players. Sila feeding to the scrum. Apenisa, it's really Kaludava has come back to number 8. Joseph Atambole, moving from wing to cover up for Tuisese, joins in at open side flanker. Tuisese picks up by Kaludava. Nathangilevu joins in, Nathangilevu breaks through, Miti Nathangilevu breaks through, the Kaurisaru will go over for that try again. 14 players still managed to score that try, and Kurisaru coming in support that time, scores for Nadroga's second try and increase their lead now to 12 points to 10. Kenny Douglas to try to add the extras. Douglas lifts the flag. So it's 14 points to 10 at the moment. BLK Nadroga leading this New Zealand Heartland side by 14 points to 10. Last Wednesday, they beat 90 at their home ground. They were leading at halftime, but here it's this BLK Nadroga side, makeup of police team preparing for the Sukuna Bowl, that's leading them. High into the air, police calling. Delana did not secure that well. JJ Manning was the lock forward that pushed the way out. Silos in the way out. Jackson Dolan. Raphael Darling is the loose forward prop. Taking opportunity, JJ Manning and Everett Reid, other blocking partner. They coming back in field. It's there for halfback. The defense of police coming to try to shut them down. They regroup. It's still there for New Zealand Heartland side. It's there with them. They're just inch away from the try line. Police defending desperately, BLK Nadroga side. They're defending desperately, they're waiting for them. They came up. They lose the big forwards, they're going SI unit, but they've been pushed backward. Advantage still on, referees playing advantage. It's still there with them. They're now going to the width of the play, the cross kick. That time lost forward by the New Zealand Heartland side. They lost that ball forward. They'll come back. The referee is still playing advantage. They play advantage for quite long. So it's there for New Zealand Heartland. They're calling for a scrum, knowing that BLK Nadroga is a forward shot. Number 8 Tuisese is still out. So what would be the decision of the police side? Joseph Atambole not joining. They go for to loose forward. So Ndawai and Kalodava manning the loose trio this time. Tuisese still sits out. Lindsay Horrocks, the halfback, to feed into this. They'll go for a set piece here. They come up faster. The police side came up very fast. The back line, the BLK Nadroga backline side came firing up. It's still there. They're using the width now of the game, but defense is coming in. They've lost that ball forward. Great defense shown by BLK Nadroga side. Tuisese now joins his BLK Nadroga side again. The referee saying that they were offside at that time around, the high tackle. Is indicating a high hit from BLK Nadroga, so a penalty to New Zealand Heartland. Again, they're going for this set piece. A line out has been working in well. New Zealand Heartland's line out has been really doing well this afternoon. High into there, it's there. Referee playing advantage for long. Tackler did not roll away. Another penalty to New Zealand divisional side. The New Zealand Heartland side now it's on Sireli Kalodava. They finally take a shot at goal. They're taking a shot at goal, 14 points to 10. The scoreline, Nadroga leading New Zealand Heartland. It's still 14 points to 10. The flag failed to go up that time. So at halftime, Nadroga BLK leading New Zealand Heartland 14 points to 10. Bulavinaka, and again welcome to Lawanga Park in Singatoka. The Ferris wheel on the other side, that's the Pageant Festival, Miss Fiji Pageant Festival, that will start here in Singatoka tomorrow. But we are here for the next 40 minutes of New Zealand Heartland side up against BLK Nadroga side that is made up of the police team preparing for the Sukuna Bowl in 2 weeks' time in the NZ Stadium in Suva. High kick that time from Kenny Douglas, received all by the New Zealand Heartland side as they set up inside their own 22 with Fiji police side, BLK Nadroga leading them going into the second half, 14 points to 10. It's there for them. Dime through by the halfback. Secured well from this Heartland side. The set piece has been their strength this afternoon. They've scored a try. Kick a penalty. BLK Nadroga has supplied with 2 tries, both to Ratumeli Kurisaru. Ratumeli Kurisaru, provincial level now, plays for Suva at fullback, but started its rugby career with Nadroga also at fullback, but this afternoon being used by the police side at the number 13 jumper. Clearing kick at that time, the bouncer favoring them. Artus also there to defend for. They're using the width again. Joseph Atambole is there. Tries to stop his opponent, New Zealand. They're having Lindsay Horrocks into Donald Jackson. Jackson goes back to the heavy traffic, using their big forwards. They're looking for the short side. But the defense of BLK Nadroga coming up. It's the locker forward, JJ Mining, has been commanding the line out this afternoon. 10 over by police that time. The pass from Ratuva, Sauvoli. Sauvoli cuts through. Watisoni Sevutia, still there. Douglas is the first receiver, but lost forward. The pass from Douglas at that time. Should have taken it forward, Kenny Douglas, but his pass that time lost forward by the New Zealand Heartland. So Apenisana Silasila to feed into this Scrum. Apenisana Silasila now back for the police blue in Suva. Played a season in Lautoka, moves back to Suva. Has played for Suva also in the provincial level, but they're here playing for Nadroga in this BLK Nadroga side. Up against the New Zealand Heartland side, majority of these players play in provincial rugby in New Zealand. Up against players that have played for Nadroga, played for Naita Series, some have played for Suva in this police side. Inoke Tuisese is in at 8. Kaludhawa, Sureli Kaludhawa is his partner from Naita Series, the 2 Naita Series players that are in the loose trio. The other one is Dan Lingairi. Samuel now play for Suva. Sauvoli for Nadroga. Delana, the locking partner for Alipate Matevilia in the Suva side. Policeman in Suva. Nasila feed. It's there for Tuisese. Douglas to Rangeview. Good tackle to Rangeview that time. Met the New Zealand defense well. They turned that ball over. He lost it over in the process. High in the air, Nadhangilevu is waiting. Finding touch nicely, the New Zealand Heartland side. So Nadhangilevu allowing it to bounce. First replacement going in this time for New Zealand. They've brought in the hooker, Cameron Scott. Scott Cameron, the hooker for the New Zealand Heartland side, making his way into the field of play. No. Cameron Scott is replacing Tofa Vicky. there. Still going. Kalodhava lays it back nicely. Kalodhava to Douglas. Kurisaru. The pass that time from Douglas to Kurisaru went forward. Otherwise, would have been danger for New Zealand Heartland. Referee ruled it otherwise. Said New Zealand lost it forward. So another chance for Nasila Sila. Up in sana Sila Sila. Kenny Douglas. Will they bring in Watsoni? Tuisese. Yellow card already shown to him. Should be careful, Tuisese. Now it's a penalty to the New Zealand Heartland side. Referee ruling that Nasila Sila threw that ball into his own feet. So a penalty, they're looking for touch the New Zealand Heartland side. They're finding one. It's inside the BLK Nadroga side. First replacement coming in, Vasteri. Ronnie Vasiteri is coming to the field of play. Replacing Atunaisa Turangai View. They'll need Turangai View for the Sukuna Bowl. JJ Manning. They're turning over. The BLK Nadroga turning that one over. Sent high by Nasila Sila. The bounce won't be good. Joseph Atambole. He should have come back inside and bowling. Decided to go on his own. So, is the New Zealand Heartland to throw into this line out? A line out throw for New Zealand Heartland.
Number 22, Ronnie Vasiteri has replaced Atunesa Turangai for BLK.
They're waiting for Jackson Dolan. Tap him back the time, but JJ Manning clearing it up, securing it well and setting it up. They're using the kick a lot at the New Zealand Heartland to this second half, taken by Mbole on to Navangi level. That kick won't finding its mark well. Navangi level judge it well. They've quickly taken that one. It was already set up. Karen call. BLK Nadroga, of course, making up of this police side. They're using this as a warm-up to test most of the players. wonder why he miscalculate that run. Nadhangilevu, another replying kick from Nadhangilevu. It's there for them. They're spending it wide now. They're using the width. They have the players running through the gap. And John Ndelana. So volley that time. It's there with Joseph Atambole. Police BLK Nadroga coming into heavy traffic. A penalty been given. Not releasing is the call from the referee this afternoon. Apenisa Sila taking it quickly. Kalodhaba. He runs forward. Kalodhaba has the support of number 4, Chonendelana, and Chonendelana will go all the way. Nice try that time from police. Taken by Sila. Use Kalodhaba as the battling ram, and Chonendelana in support, like a good luck, scoring that try for BLK Nadroga. The New Zealand Heartland side expect the BLK Nadroga side to kick that ball to touch, but it was not taken quickly by Penisa Sila. Used that time Kalodhaba. He ran through, then offload to Chonendelana to score that try for BLK Nadroga. The flag goes up. Samuel Aneo now been replaced by veteran Stefano Somoza. He has indicated this year's Sukuna Bowl would be his last Somoza. So police will expect to use him in the Sukuna Bowl at the later stage of the Sukuna Bowl, maybe, with the Sauvoli partnering now, but now Somoza making his way in. High into there, taken nicely that time. That's Chonendelana again, involved in action to Kenny Douglas. A miss out pass to Dume and to Meli Kurisaru. Seems that he has lost it sideways. Referee said that Kurisaru lost that ball forward. Playing into the outside center this afternoon, Kurisaru. Normally plays at fullback, played fullback last year. Jonathan Iralulu manned the fly half post last year for police. Kurisaru played at fullback, but with Nadhangilevu in, they've decided to use him at center. Remember, Choweli Lutomailangi, Etonia Namba, Iferei Mitovilevu are not playing this afternoon. They are also in this police team for the Sukuna Bowl. Ronnie Vasiteri played in France for a while, but the timing of the pass not good enough that time from the New Zealand Heartland. The rush defense for the police came up and they used it out wide. Ilimeleki Leiloma would come in now for a Sila against. Yes, that's the change they have made. Leiloma in for a Sila. Lingairi Ratuba there, Chonin Delana, Sailosin Dawai Kaludaba. Who they will go for? They're using Delana. First, Douglas sends a long one, a high one. Running backward is in the New Zealand Heartland side. That's taken in late. What would be the call? It was Sete Somoda. New Zealand not back 10. Somoda as captain police also for the Sukuna Bowl. So is Etonia Namba this afternoon. It's Ilyas Ratuba. Who would the management go for? It seems that it's either that's not playing this afternoon, Etonia Namba. As they now send in Jerry Naureure. Changes coming into both sides. Naureure played for Nadroga for a couple of years before moving to Naitasiri. So he would replace Lingairi. Misdraw that time taken on by Leitia Tuisese. Eroni Vasteri. They've lost that ball forward Vasteri. Lost forward by New Zealand Heartland, so it will be a non-wrong throw into the scrum. Now Ure Somoda pairing up with Sauvolin, something that is not new to non-wrong rugby, has been the combination for a number of years. Ilmeleki, it's with Ilmeleki now. Vasteri being used as the battling ram. It's there for Nadroga. Complaint by New Zealand Heartland. He's been penalized. That's Eddie Cranston, the loose forward. Elimeleki Leloma been given the kicking duties. It's Jerry's first throw into this line out. Jerry Naureure. So Vol is still there. But JJ Manning not supporting their own body weight at the police lose 3 at that time. They've been penalized. Another change. What is Ronnie Sevutia have been replaced by Ronnie Sau. The police 7 swinger. Change in position. Have been made. Lost forward by New Zealand Heartland. More changes been brought in by the New Zealand side. They brought in now Hayden Winsnewski and Timarutafa. Hayden and Timarutafa been brought in by the New Zealand Heartland side. Police have scored 3 tries, 2 to Ratumeli Kurisaru and 1 to Chonendelana. They're playing as BLK Nadroga this evening here in Lawanga Park. They've been in Singatoka for a while. They're preparing for this much awaited Sukuna Bowl class. They are the defending champion. So Scrum again to go down, but another scrum call. Scrum to go down again. But New Zealand Heartland with possession. It's there still with them. Penalty, not rolling away, quickly taken. Should not have kicked that ball forward, the BLK Nadroga side. But a scrum will still go down. They lost that ball forward. It's there with the Ilimeleki Leilom. Lelomo, Tuisese guarding that ball well at 8 to Douglas. High kick by Kenny Douglas. Kurisaru chasing also with a Ronnie Sau. Douglas. New Zealand been pinned in just few meters from their own try line. They lost that ball forward. They lost that ball forward. Referee calling the two captains, Ilyas Aratuba for BLK Nadroga and Kieran Cole, the number 8 of the New Zealand Heartland side. Calm the situation down with a scrum. BLK Nadroga this afternoon with the police playing as BLK Nadroga. They have 7 other area. Manasambari, the coaching staff that have been helping them in Singatoka. It's there with Lelomo, controlled by Tuisese. Douglas to Nadangilevu. Nadangilevu goes forward. Lelomo. It's there with Lelomo. He has been holding them up. Sauvoli. Somoda. It's there for Nadroga. Something they do well. They also playing the set piece there. But they should have not offload. So volley being yellow carded. Timothy Sovoli being yellow carded. Ill discipline that time could prove costly for them this afternoon. New Zealand Heartland. Kieran Cole, the captain. Lelomo onto Kurisaru now. Douglas. Douglas is still there. It's there with them. Kurisaru, nice part, Son in Delana. He'll try to go himself in Delana. He offload. Going forward is Ronnie Sau. It's there. Now Ure. Tutusese. It's still there with the Nadroga side. Lelomo. How fast it would come from him. They come into the heavy traffic again. Lelomo is there. Ratuba pulling the situation down, controlling play. Ilyas Ratuba. He taps his goal and Ratuba has gone over. Ilyas Ratuba, the captain, leading by example. A tap and go that time, and he has crossed over, playing with 14 players. And Ilyas Ratuba has crossed over for that try. Points to 10. Now it's 26 points to 10. Waiting for Kenny Douglas. The mistake came from New Zealand Heartland. They did not find touch with the penalty. It was tapped in from Ronnie Sau. Then they used the speed well to score that try. Douglas raises the flag. So 28 points to 10. Quick kick off there to Sefatambole, been forced backward, but he has let it out. So Tsovesa, Tani Korolevu have also came into the field of play. Mbuli Vorovoro is in also. (26 points to 10). Penalty. They won't give up, the New Zealand side. Held up, the referee said it was held up. It was close to the accent than anybody else. A 5-meter scrum. Yakom Bombose will go into the field of play. What would be the decision the New Zealand side will take? Remember, Police playing with 14 players. So they've called for a scrum. One of the loose trio will come out. One of the loose trio will come out and Bosse will go in. Yakombo Bosse, believe it, played for Namosi. So one of the loose trio, Sailosin Dawai. Chonen Delan has also been replaced. Has played well. The Suva lock forward in provincial rugby. Played for Police in Suva, Police Blue, in the weekly club competition. Sondawai has made inroads for Yokombombose to play at Loosehead. Chance for New Zealand Heartland to come back into this game. 26 points to 10, the scoreline at the moment. Good defense that time, the covering defense. The counter ruck. What would be Captain Kieran calls? (26 points to 10). Still playing advantage. The referee for the afternoon. Police defending. It's there with them. Another penalty by the referee for the afternoon. They take it quickly. New Zealand Heartland been forced backward. Big defense zone by the BLK Nadroga side. Advantage still on. And finally they've crossed over. Set piece move that time. And the New Zealand Heartland crossing over for their try. So New Zealand Heartland crossing over for that try. Remember, for this BLK Nadroga side that is made up of police, they have the Jok Liuta, those who played last year that are not playing this afternoon. Later this afternoon, that has been used as a warm-up for that Sukuna Bowl defense. The flag do not agree. 26 points to 15. You're into the later stage of this game itself that has been used. BLK Nadroga has scored 4 tries in this game. The locking partner, Delana and Ratuva, have said 2 tries, with Ratumeli Kurisaru crossing for another 2 tries. Ratumeli Kurisaru have sent a high kick into the air. He secured it, he dropped it backward. Quickly taken by New Zealand Heartland. Joseph Atambole tried to intercept the ball. He lost that ball forward. If that would have connected, it would have been goodbye to this New Zealand Heartland side. But lucky Joseph Atambole lost that ball forward. Otherwise, that would have ended up under the upright. But it's still BLK Nadroga leading this New Zealand Heartland 26 points to 15. Heartland they're using the crest ball. Ronnie Vasteri, Ronnie Sau, but covering tackle that time from Ratumeli Kurisalu. Kurisalu's covering tackle. Navangi Levu was taken out of the field of play. So it's a throw in into this. They miscalculate the throw again. Long kick off the time. Sireli Kalodaba is into it. Joseph Atambole. Mbole. He has the spin ball. New Zealand Heartland coming alive into this later stage of the game. Another penalty. Penalized that time is Mbuli Voro, the lock up for the BLK Nadroga side. Now, Ratuva been spoken again by the referee. It's about penalties, the number of penalties that Nadroga has given away. Again, they look for close to the try line. Still there with them. Just 5 meters away from the try line. Again, secure. That ball is well secured. They're using big Heartland as the battling ram. Now it's still there with them. They have the numbers. The try, they have scored the try. 26 points to 15. They're really coming back into this game. New Zealand Heartland side. (26-15) now become 26-20. The flag will go up. (26-22). 26 points to 22. And it's all over also here in Lawanga Park. And Police BLK side has defeated the New Zealand Heartland side. The New Zealand Heartland side 22. They scored 3 tries. BLK Nadroga 26.